Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.
Okay, Rob, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Pretty good, thank you.
Now, we're here at MotorEx 2019. You've got your 1970 Dodge Challenger here. Mate, looking a beautiful car. Tell me a bit about this car.
So we started building this car about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Its first show in Australia, we unveiled it at Summer Nuts.
Yep.
And this is probably its second outing, really, since finishing the build on the car.
What have you done to build this car? And tell me about the build.
So we bought the car in America and we bought a stock standard in pretty good condition. Had a complete rundown of exactly what we're going to do to this car from the get-go.
Yeah.
We hooked up with Mopar and people like the Roadster Shop and Dave Kindig, and we got a lot of people in America behind us on this build in the sense of being able to help us create what we wanted to with their machinery. So the first start was the Roadster Shop building the chassis to our design. It's independent rear, I don't know if you noticed, and it's got a 16-inch wide back tyre on the thing. So then Mopar themselves, we touched base with them and they actually built our motor. It's a 572 big block Hemi.
Yeah.
And then we ran a F3 crank-driven ProCharger on it.
You had the concept from the start. How'd you know from the get-go that that's what you wanted to build?
Every time I build one of these cars for myself, it's kind of like a bit of a challenge to myself, so I need to up the ante each time. So, you know, I knew I wanted to do a Hemi this time round. And like even now, I'm already planning the next one, which will be a Chevy probably next time round again. But yeah, look, I love the Challenger sort of shape. I like how wide they are, their headlights. I love the twin headlight front end. I've actually got a late model Dodge Challenger.
Yeah.
The taillights are still Dodge, but they're kind of like the late model ones.
And what are some other custom things that you've done to this car? Because it's pretty spectacular.
Probably one of the biggest differences in this car compared to, I think, a lot of cars, we've done a complete steel interior and a complete steel roof lining, which, you know, that's the first time I've ever done something like that. The cool thing about it for me is that, I don't know if you've noticed, it's got a floating tunnel.
Right.
So you can actually put your arms under the tunnel.
Yeah, okay.
The tail shaft goes through a tube.
Yeah.
Because the car's so low to the ground, tail shaft obviously is a lot higher up in the car. So, and because it's independent rear, the tail shaft doesn't go up and down. So it can be in a fixed tunnel. So that's pretty cool. And then the whole tunnel itself is 2 layers with heat shielding built in between it. Just to keep the heat out, because you know usually a traditional car you got an interior and you got underlay and you can put Dynamat and all that sort of stuff. Whereas this thing we had nothing. So so that's a big standout. The other thing I think for me would be the size of the back wheels under it. You know, it's nothing better than looking behind a car and seeing big feet under it.
Yes.
And the motor setup. I mean, I love how I've sort of introduced a little bit of an engine cover, but you can still see a lot of the engine itself, because in America a lot of the times they run a complete engine cover.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to see, you know, some of the cool bits.
Yeah, I agree with you too, because obviously traditionally you do want to see an engine, and you've smoothed it out enough so it actually comes in and actually arches so you actually see that. So well done.
Yeah, you can probably still see 80% of the motor.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only just covered the things, you know, like the injectors and a few of the ugly bits and pieces. So,
And it looks actually neater too.
I think it does, yeah. I mean, some people might like it, some mightn't like it, but I think it was a pretty good compromise.
All right. Now, obviously you've had a lot of work and help with this.
Yeah, we so it's been built in our shop, Rides by Cam. I've got my 2 sons that work there, and I've also got a real close friend of mine that is one of our fabricators as well. And basically, we've been on it for 3 years, that car. But help-wise too, with you know, we've got companies like 3M. We can't build the car like we have without products like 3M's. We've got PWR. We've also got Maguire's. The polish and finish you see on the car is thanks to them. The paint that you see on the car itself is thanks to PPG. So having those companies behind you and having the access to their technicians is what I found to be so much more important too.
And what rims you're running on this?
We've got American Legend wheels on it. So we've got they were custom built to our design and specs as well. They even put our logo in them for us too. So
Fantastic.
you know, they were also one of the big mobs that were involved with getting the right pieces on this car. The reaction to the public for seeing this for the first time was that's one of the cool things too, to stand back and actually listen to people's comments and to see something that you've created yourself and people like it, that makes you happy at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
We've been pumped for this event for a while, it's a big trek getting down here from the Gold Coast.
Absolutely.
We've got 6 people, we've got the cars, we've got trailers, we've got heaps of stuff going on.
Yeah, the logistics of it all, mate.
Oh yeah, and 2 to 3 day trip to get home as well. So yeah, but
You might be driving it back way, will you?
no, I need a fuel truck behind me.
All right, Rob. Well, look, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper. I wish you all the very best this weekend at MotorEx. Awards or not, it's a beautiful, stunning car, and well done to you and your team for getting it done.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for the interview.
Cheers.